All right, everybody, welcome to the Incubator. On today's episode, we're going to dive into what exactly is stored on-chain when you create an NFT project. Because believe it or not everything is as decentralized as you may think when you're buying an NFT. We have the head engineer at the Cryptoon Goonz NFT project, and he's going to dive right into all this. So before we get into that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you watch this video because this could change the future.
The older you do get, the more rules are gonna try to get you to follow. You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
You need to store, because you can't, a lot of projects, the art is too in depth to store it on chain or something. So where do you store these images? Once you hit mint, it seems like you're leveraging this framework to do a lot of the NFT stuff, but I think there's probably some edge scenarios, some things you got to watch out for, which is where you come in.
Yeah, absolutely. So the artwork, is usually way too big to store on the Ethereum blockchain. I mean, you think your gas is expensive minting an NFT or sending some ETH to somebody. You ain't seen nothing until you try to store a 10 megabyte image on chain. That would cost you probably $1 million of gas. And so we can't store the art on the Ethereum blockchain. So what we do is we store the artwork on what I like to call a decentralized Google Drive, better known as IPFS. And so it's basically just you're uploading the image files to this decentralized Google Drive. And then also you have to upload what's called the metadata, which describes the image. So it describes what are the different traits of this NFT. What does it have? The flame head and the flame fists and the Yeezy shoes. So this metadata describes all those things. And then you have to write code to kind of connect it all together, right? Artwork to the metadata to the minting contract, and the minting contract to the website. I feel like there's some like kids song here that connects.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Your toes to your knees to your whatever.
Yeah, and you're really just connecting all those parts all together by writing code in those different aspects.
Could we dive just a touch, because my engineer mind is now wondering, right? So on the Ethereum blockchain, you have who owns what ID. The metadata isn't stored on chain, that's stored on IPFS?
Correct. The smart contract keeps track of what is the ID of the NFT, who owns that ID. So it's Ethereum address, BCAWYZ, whatever. And what is the link on decentralized Google Drive that is associated to token ID number 1?
Okay,
and
so
that link is the metadata. In the metadata, there is another link to the image.
Okay, but the image is also stored on this decentralized Google Drive. It's like having two, one is an Excel sheet and another is a folder with all the images.
Basically, yep.
And now is this like a JSON for any engineers listening, just so they can envision what this actually looks like?
Yeah. So each metadata is a JSON file, which basically is just like a nice computer language for saying how to like describe something.
Well, I got thoughts that circle all around my head, and no one knows I'm thinking, but it doesn't matter, 'cause no one wants to listen. But now I'm talking, I'll be talking till I'm dead.